For more on the story mentioned at the top of the show, the Vanderbilt Pediatric Gender Clinic has agreed to pause all gender transition surgeries on minors, according to a letter from the clinic to a Tennessee lawmaker obtained by the Daily Wire. Vanderbilt also told the lawmakers that it would protect conscientious objectors who worked at the facility and don't want to take part in the controversial treatments. They said, we are pausing gender affirmation surgeries on patients under 18 while we complete this review, which may take several months. The clinic says they've done about 5 such gender-affirming surgical procedures per year, which I don't believe, but this is what they're claiming, since they opened in 2018. The letter addressed to, I don't believe because I think it's much more than that, to be clear. The letter addressed to Republican State Representative Jason Zachary was written by C. Wright Pinson, the Deputy CEO and Chief Health System Officer at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. Pinson said that parental consent had been given in each case for the surgery and that no genital procedures had been done, but they're going to stop doing them. But here's the best part, okay? Well, the best part is that they're pausing the procedures, and that is going to really, in real time, save kids, at least buy them some time from, being mutilated in this way. So that's the best part. This part's also good. Continuing with the article, it says, Pinson also said that the clinic complied with existing Tennessee law and would comply with any potential legislation that the legislature may pass. He wrote, in addition, we understand this issue is likely to be taken up by the General Assembly in its next legislative session. As always, we will assure that VUMC's programs comply with any new requirement which may be established as part of Tennessee law. So they're waving the white flag on the legislative fight before it even really begins. Now, you might say, well, all they're doing is saying they're going to comply with the law. What else are they going to say? They're not going to announce ahead of time that they're not going to comply with the law. Well, in fact, they could announce that. They could come out and say, well, we're putting our foot down. We're not going to go along with this. But they also, one way or another, they didn't need to make a point in the letter of saying, oh, yeah, we heard about the fact that you're going to try to make this illegal and we'll go along with it. I certainly read that, I think, within reason as waving the white flag and saying they're not going to fight it. They are surrendering. So again, this represents an occasion, one of the very few occasions, where a left-wing institution caves to pressure from the right. I can't remember the last time that's happened. Okay, it almost always happens the other way. Institutions cave to pressure from the left. And especially conservative institutions, what few exist, generally also cave to pressure from the left. But it's not an accident that it happened. Okay, we didn't just get lucky in this case. We engineered this. We made it happen. It's all strategic. How do we do it? Well, utilizing a multi-pronged approach. First was the public pressure. Okay, and that involves alerting the public, making them aware, and also, there are many different ways to make people aware that something's happening. You can just say, "Oh, this is happening," but to really capture people, you need to sort of tell the story of what you want them to know in a way that resonates and makes sense. That's another thing that I think oftentimes the right, we fail in that regard. We kind of like to just take a bullet point approach. Here's what happened. Here's what's happening. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't resonate. People just, it doesn't capture people. So the first thing is to make people aware, to capture them. And then we work with lawmakers to generate political pressure, and these two together create financial pressure. You got public pressure, political pressure. Now you also have financial pressure because donors and supporters of Vanderbilt threatening to pull their funds and all the rest of it. So now you've got public, political, financial, attacked from all angles, back them into a corner. You don't wait for them to do the right thing. You don't just hope that they'll have a change of heart. You force them, leave them no option. And that's what happened here. Now, I think it's important to celebrate a victory when it happens, and I do believe, again, that this is a significant victory. It's not over, though. What we can't do, the mistake we can't make, is to say, well, we won that. Let's just move on to the next thing. No, because it's still legal to do in Tennessee. There are still now this might be the big sort of gender clinic in Tennessee, but there are other medical clinics that perform these kinds of procedures. There are plastic surgeons that perform double mastectomies on minors, even ones in Nashville, who aren't directly connected with Vanderbilt. So the fight certainly continues, and which is why it's all the more important now if you are able to come out on October 21st here in Nashville, 4 p.m. We're going to have our rally. We're still having our rally. Even more important than ever to show up and speak out against this. So we hope to see you there. If you want to join my exclusive fan base, or a cult, as really that's what it is, we're forming a cult, then all you got to do is click the subscribe button and ring the bell below this video to stay up to date with all my content. And if you want even more, you can watch or listen to my show at thedailywire.com, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. Looking forward to welcoming you to the Sweet Baby Gang.